In Delhi, they say you can buy almost anything. So we went shopping for stolen credit card details. It wasn't hard. We found a broker ready to sell.
You pay me 10,000 for today. For 10,000 each, you'll get 10,000 each. All over the world.
He said he had contacts inside some of India's call centres. It is, in its way, electronic robbery. You're selling UK customers' credit card details stolen from call centres.
It's quite disturbing.
And in the UK, we found some of the victims. Did you even know that your data was held in India?
I had no idea whatsoever.
If you've ever bought a mobile phone or an airline ticket or almost anything on the phone, then the chances are your credit card details are passed through here, the teeming electronic traffic of India's thousands of call centres. We set out to find out how secure that information is. We sent 2 undercover reporters posing as London-based fraudsters. They'd been put in touch with someone offering to sell credit card details stolen from call centres. What do you know about this man you're going to meet?
We've been told that he can provide what they call in the game leads, which is your name, your address, your telephone number, your postal code, your credit card number, your expiry date and the 3-pin security code.
Our undercover reporters met their contact in a very public place, a Delhi coffee shop.
I can provide you leads. Minimum should be 500 to 1,000.
He said he could provide us with hundreds of UK customers' credit card details every week. He handed over an initial list of 14. We paid him for 50. The rest would be emailed to us later.
What we got there, boss?
Name of the person, address, everything there. Credit card, phone number, credit card number, expiry.
What's the price per lead?
If it's in bulk, it's $10. It's not in bulk, it's $12. It's like that.
He told us some of the information had come from call centres that handled UK mobile phone accounts.
Some were used to purchase cell phones as well, some to pay the bills as well. Okay.
We took the information to an authorised credit card security consultant and asked him to check whether the details we'd been sold were valid. Then, back in the UK, our broker continued to supply us with additional credit card details by email. Many of the card numbers he sold us turned out to be out of date or fake, but about 1 in 7 of the card numbers we'd bought were valid. Active cards currently in use and now available to us to start abusing. Let's just check, Robert, if we can, that we've got the details right. 675. We contacted the card holders to warn them that their data was being bought and sold. One was Robert Britton, a sales manager from Derbyshire. 064568.
That is the correct number.
That's exactly the number of your card.
Exactly.
And that 3-digit security code there, 385.
It's spot on.
A few hours before we'd bought the stolen information, Robert had given his credit card details over the phone, intending to buy a computer software program made by Norton, which is owned by Symantec.
I went in to purchase by phone, and then the number came up, which I just used as per normal.
Robert then cancelled this card, but we saw a pattern. 2 other customers had bought the same Norton program after dialing the same number. That suggested a breach of security at the call centre handling sales of that Norton product. We informed the company. They said they'd investigate. Then they told us they believed it was an isolated case in a single call centre. 1 employee had been removed.
It's something you don't expect, and for this to happen, and to happen so quickly, it is very, very shocking.
The European Union already has stringent data protection laws. But in India, in the last 14 years, there has only been 1 successful prosecution for the misuse of credit card details stolen from call centres. And even that led to a non-custodial sentence. India has recently tightened up its laws governing the use of information technology, but it has no Data Protection Act as such.
India is only doing lip service to data protection. We don't yet have a dedicated legislation on data protection like in the UK. I think till such time as India does not come across with strong, stringent provisions on data protection and security, we will have instances like this keep on happening.
Hello?
Hello, is that Mr. Suram Sacha?
Yep.
Our broker, Saurabh Sacha, still had no idea that he'd been the focus of our investigation. Until now. I want to ask you why you're selling UK customers' credit card details that have been stolen from call centres.
Me? Who told you that?
I told him we'd secretly filmed the meeting with our undercover reporters, that we had him on camera taking money and handing over a sheet of paper. Can you tell us what was on the piece of paper that you gave to them?
That was some transactions what we did.
Mr. Saurabh, what was on that piece of paper was a list of names, addresses and credit card details.
You can check those details. Those are not correct.
We passed all our information to Apax, the UK Payments Association, which represents all the major banks and credit card companies. The theft of credit card details, some, though not all, from call centres, costs the banking industry hundreds of millions of pounds a year. That cost is rising. Theft at call centres has produced a new kind of fraudster who has the potential to reach into almost any credit card account, almost anywhere. Alan Little, BBC News, Delhi.